Hi there, Joka here, and in this video I'm going to show you a few cards with one of the new collections that was released today, and this is called Toolbox Essentials, and it was designed by Nancy McCabe for Spellbinders. So my favorite part of this collection is obviously this kit here, or this set, which is full of tools, dyes. So all I see is lots and lots of colors. Some of them have multiple pieces, so you can add multiple colors, but even if that wasn't the case, obviously you can cut things apart and create a colorful item either way. And then there were some parts that I did not right away recognize for some reason, but once you die cut them, you notice where they go. Then there is a die set like that is good for sentiments. Then there is a hot foil plate that I did not use, and also a stamp set. I think this is all I have from this collection. I just saw that there are some other products as well, but I'm gonna use basically 3 products, I think, because I will use the stamp set as well. Okay, so once I saw this cool embossed die, die that is, I think, for the sentiments, all I saw is patterns, and so I created this background with this. I've already done this with, I think it was with a glittery product some years ago, and I really like that look. So basically I just cut every one of these die cuts in 2 pieces, and then they cover my slimline card. I guess that was accidental. I did not, I wasn't planning on it, but it worked out perfectly. So for this, I'm just using white die cuts, and I think I needed 6 or 7 of them to fully cover this normal slimline card. It's which is 3.5 by 8.5 inches. So it's a very, very easy to do, and it goes fast, but at least it gives you a little bit of interest in the background, I guess. Especially when I'm going with white, I like to add some texture and dimension, like a white on white thing, because I'm really not a white card-based kind of person, or background. So that's what it looks like, and I am going to die cut a bunch of these tools, and I will show you how to put them together. What I am not showing in the video is that all of these have 2 layers to them. They have the color cardstock, and I already glued them together with heavyweight white cardstock, so they will be layered, like more dimensional, I like my die cuts to be sturdy. I don't know if it's because of the looks or just because it feels better for me, I don't know, but that's how I've always done them, and I prefer to spend more time on my cards. I don't make a lot of cards, so I have the time to do this, and it wouldn't feel right if I didn't, to be honest. That's just how I feel about it. Then why I actually like this collection, and a lot of you are complaining that there's not enough sets that are good for men. I think this is perfect for men. Obviously you can also use it for women, if you have a friend or family member who likes their tools. I am totally clumsy. Especially since my now husband, it's really weird to say that, Anyway, he's very, very into these kind of things. So because of that, I never even touch any tools. And he turned 50 recently, so I thought this will be perfect for his birthday. So this is actually his birthday card, which which I almost forgot to give him because I made it a while before his birthday, and then I forgot about it. So I'm using a sentiment from that came out last year. I will link it in the description box as always. And I am kind of centering it in the middle so that I will fill up that background with all the tools. And I wanted to use well, like more muted colors, so it's a combination with gray and some, you know, just so that there's some bold color with it as well. I added some mustard, and there's some mint, and the darkest green is forest, the Spellbinders cardstock that is back in stock. So I am very excited to get it because it's really one of my favorites. It works so well with so many colors. So it's been my favorite for the last few months. Okay, so these tools are actually pretty big. So to create a pattern, there's going to be quite a lot of space in between them. So I'm trying to fill that up with something else, with smaller shapes. And for that, I decided to use the number 50, which is another die set that came out last year. And I die cut 50 from all the colors that I used here. And I also added another layer to these as well, a white heavyweight cardstock, so that they are all dimensional. And now I am going to just glue them down. And when I create patterns like this, I like to make sure that some of the shapes are going off the edge, and then I can trim them off and use that other part to fill up smaller spots around the edges so that it looks like a seamless kind of pattern, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain, but I don't like patterns that are confined to just the panel, you know, just like inside the card front. I like that if the pattern is going off the edges. I think probably 99.9% of the times I do it this way. Okay, so I'm filling up those spots, and it's still not quite as busy as I normally would do. So as you can see, this is what I mentioned. I trim off those that hang off the edges, and then I'm trying to find a good spot for them where there's still quite a lot of white. So that basically is the trick to it. And I'm done with this card, and I think I didn't add anything else. So moving on to the next one, I tried to find an embossing folder that would work both ways. You know, like if the card is gonna be landscape, not portrait orientation, that it will work. I mean, this was there are a few. There's a dotty one. I think it's called Puff Dotty. There are a few, but those are 3D embossing folders. I don't have so many of the normal embossing folders that are this big. So this was, I think, the only pattern that actually worked. And I wanted a pattern that was geometric because I wanted to add scissors to it. So yeah, but I wanted some texture in the background, so I went with that folder. And then I die cut a bunch of these cute scissors, and I added different colors to them. And then I'm trying to fit them into that 8.5-inch width, and you will see what I just said earlier on the other card, that I don't like when the pattern is, you know, confined to that panel. I will not be happy with the white spots on the or spaces on the two sides, and I'm going to fill those up as well, so that, you know, that the scissor pattern kind of goes off the edge. Then I created this sentiment that is part of the stamp set, and also that die is a part of this collection, and I'm going to try to make space for it. Or actually, why I created the sentiment now is because I wanted to see how to place my scissors in a way that I can use that sentiment. So I am just going to glue down these scissors. Again, I used 2 layers of paper for each one of them, for the main piece as well, and for the color piece as well. So once I glued this down, you see those big spots there. So I created a pair of scissors with 2 different colors, because I saw that I will only have half the scissors there, right? So I only had to die cut 1 more pair of scissors. But that wasn't enough, so I'm just adding a bit more color. So just a little enamel dot to the, you know, to that spot on the scissor where you have a screw. So those I have, well, the enamel dots represent that part. And then I'm adding a bit of foam tape here, so that I can place my sentiment over it. And then my third card is again going to just use 1 die, the paintbrush in different colors. So basically the idea is almost the same as with the scissors, and these ones, I guess they did not turn out very masculine, but I guess scissors I would anyway give more to a crafty friend, and paintbrush, I guess we crafters use paintbrushes, right? That would be one tool that maybe even I could use. Although, yeah, our walls were also painted by my husband. I will never get used to calling him my husband. I've called him my boyfriend for 18 years. So this is a bit of a change. All right, so this background I did not want to create the same way as the first card. So I kind of measured it out where I have to place these die cuts. They are a little bit wider than the card, so I will add a little bit smaller foam tape, so it's not as wide as the die cut, and then I will trim off the edges, obviously. So here I see where I have to place those die cuts in a way that they actually, you know, are even. Normally I would eyeball these things, but I don't know, sometimes it doesn't work so well, so I guess I don't even remember doing this. Really, normally I just eyeball things. And then I trim off these edges with my trimmer. And this basically, all of these die cuts are now a base for each paintbrush, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna add 6 paintbrushes, and because there is that hole on it, I'm just adding a little bit of twine, like I would in real life, I guess. So I create these small, I don't know what it's even called. Anyway, God, my brain is not working, and it's not even that late. I think it's only 1:30 at night. It's not that late for me. But anyway, you see what I did there. Obviously, if you don't like things hanging off your card, then skip that step. I don't mind. It's a different texture. I like that added interest. So I have all these different colors, and I put them in kind of like a rainbow, but it's my kind of rainbow, or from lightest to darkest. I don't know if that makes sense. Everybody puts these colors together in a different order, I think. This is normally my order, from yellow to, you know, yellow, pink, then, I don't know, green, blue. Yeah, I guess it sometimes changes. Anyway, now I'm trying to add sentiment in a bit of a different way, not just, you know, adding it in the middle. So I'm creating a little tag type of thing, using that same die that was in the set, and I'm going to add a hole here, and then it looks like a tag. And I pulled out my eyelets, a part of my eyelets. I haven't used them in years, I think, so I added a pink eyelet because I'm going to add it to the pink paintbrush. And just so that it doesn't move, I will fix that with some foam tape there, so that it doesn't, you know, it doesn't hide the pink paintbrush. So, and I wasn't finished. I guess I needed more color, so I pulled out a bunch of enamel dots, and I'm adding 3 to each of these wooden backgrounds, and I'm trying to make sure that they don't look the same, so they are not arranged the same way on each panel, because I don't like symmetry much. So I try to place them randomly. And then this is the 3rd card. I hope I could give you some ideas with this set. I hope you are, or with this collection, I hope you are happy that there is now a collection that's perfect for your men. But as you can see, you can obviously use it for women as well. I'm pretty happy about it, because every man I know, except my dad, I think, is totally handy with these tools. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.